guys to title this, right? I want you guys to title this mindset, right? Title this mindset because right now we're going to talk about mindset. So, what do I mean by mindset, right, guys? So, what are you giving your attention? What are you guys giving your attention to every day, every single day, right? So, I learned to have pictures on the wall, right? I learned that from Mr. David Means and Mr. Scotty Huss, our next chairman 50, right? Mr. Scotty Huss, have vision yourself in that car, vision yourself, right, in that environment, in that house, in that vibration, right? You need to vibrate in a high vibration. You offer equal, you're asking, which is match your desire. I'm gonna say that one more time. You need to vibrate in a high vibration. That your offer, whatever you desire, right, equals, I repeat, equals, matches what you're asking in return. So guys, you guys are asking, I want to be a great leader. I want to be a chairman 10. I want to be chairman elite. I think everybody here is chairman elite. I don't believe in chairman 10, chairman 25, chairman elite, right? So are you guys really vibrating in that type of style? You see, Mr. Anthony Wasesco, chairman 10 or next chairman 25, I've been here for 2 years in this journey, gentlemen, right? And the way he speaks, gentlemen, he talks like a chairman, he speaks like a chairman, he walks like a chairman, right? He pours his heart and value to those people. That's what chairmans do. So you gotta vibrate in that type of vibration, guys, right? The second one, right? Around second, how can you know if you're in that high vibration? Well, are you guys journaling in the morning? Are you guys writing your thoughts? I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a chairman 10. Or you can say, why I'm so great at becoming a chairman 10. Have you thought about that? Why am I so great? Why am I so great to develop these leaders? Become the person I want to be. You gotta attract that, guys. Before, my dream car is a Rolls Royce. When Mr. Scotty Huss used to live in downtown in Biscayne, I used to see every day Rolls Royces. I used to go to the dealership. I'm not even lying to you guys. I used to go to the dealership. Mr. Kevin Poyer, our next chairman 10 in this organization, right? We went and we sat there. We smelled the leather. That's what Mr. David and Meets talks about. Conceive, believe, and achieve, guys. I hope can you guys drop some one if you guys are in the same paradigm with me? Please, I need to know. Right? So you gotta start attracting the right people. If you guys have negative people, listen, I come from a negative environment, but I always believe I'm gonna become better. So guys, if you guys are around people that take off your energy, like cut them off, that's what you're attracting. A lot of people don't realize that. They're like, okay, I wake up in the morning, right? And I don't know about you guys, I'm Colombian, I live still with my parents, and sometimes our parents have this bad, like, day vibration, and, we have different vibrations, right? And I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm tired, oh, I'm this. Like, can you guys relate to that? Like, your parents, like, saying every day, I'm tired. And I told my mom yesterday, Mom, if you say I'm tired, that's what you're telling yourself, oh, I'm tired. No, guys, wake up, I'm happy, I'm grateful. I'm excited, right? You need to attract them. That's how Bryce Thompson became the chairman elite now. Oh, people see Bryce Thompson, the nice cars, the jewelry. Guys, that doesn't matter. The ranks doesn't matter. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you vibrate in a high vibration, right? So I want you guys, I have this quote, and I really want you guys to write this down. And I'm going to say it 2 times, okay? The key to bringing something into your experience that you desire, right, is for you to achieve a vibrational harmony. It is an imagination having it, I said again, it's a vibration harmony that is imagining, having, and believe it is and will, I said it will always flow your thoughts forward. So I'm picturing sorry guys, I have a little part of my I'm a chairman. I'm picturing myself, I'm already where Chairman Elite, where Alex, I already see myself. I already see myself, so I'm attracting that always, right? I'm always attracting that energy, 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 energy. But if you guys think about, oh, man, I'm sad. Why people are quitting on my team? Oh man, like what's going on? Do people even believe in me? No! Wake up! There's champions popping every day in this organization. In iMaster Academy. It's all about your vibration. Your vibrations, what they take, everything. Right? So I have another nugget for you guys. I want you guys to write this every day. And write journalists, you guys should be journaling, to be honest. Even if you're a trader, if you're a builder, even if you're not in a company, like trade and journal your thoughts, your ideas, meditate. So write this down. Number one, what do I really want? What do you guys really want right now? I want that new house. I may want to hit P600, P1000, Termin 10. I want to be the best trader. What do you guys really want? But really, really, really speak to yourself. What do I really want? Number two, why do I want this? Guys, what do you guys want this for? What are you guys doing this for? To be cool, to be the next chairman? Guys, there's so many chairmen. In this industry, in network marketing, it's about what can you bring to the table and what makes you different. That's why Mr. Austin Gotsi is different from a lot of chairmen, and every chairman is different. But in this business, it's about what do you have, right? What makes you unique? It's not about the ranks. The ranks is the time, doesn't mean anything, right? Number three, what will cost you to give up? So a lot of you guys might not know me. I know we're in IG Live, and we're on Twitch. We're streaming as well. We're about to go worldwide. I come from an industry, from nightlife industry. I live in Miami, and I've been super successful for 40 years. I met, you guys can name me successful people, artists, football players, whatever. But I told myself, am I willing to go to Termin 10? What do I have to give up? So it's all about the mindset, guys. Are you willing to give up the parties, the friends, the sex? I'm gonna be real with you. The drugs, the sex, the alcohol, the little wine. Right now, everybody's drinking a little wine, right? Are you guys ready to give that up? Are you guys ready to give that up? Because for you guys to give up, right? For things, if you guys want something in life, you gotta give up to go up, right? People say, oh, and people get mad, oh, why don't you get this? Because you're not giving up. I'd rather sacrifice right now. Now, so in the long term, I can do whatever I want in the future, right? So number three, four. Am I willing to pay the price? Will make the sacrifice, stay dedicated. So are you guys like ready to dedicate yourself to this? Guys, I've been in this company for 3 years, right? A lot of you guys might not know me. I come from Mr. Jonathan's organization and Mr. Kevin Puello. And I've been for 3 years in this industry, guys. And I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is the journey, guys. You gotta love your journey. You really have to, guys. That's how people become greats. People become greats at the fourth quarter. Look at Kobe Bryant. When you talk about Kobe, what do you think about him? The fourth quarter, he's gonna make the last shot. So you gotta think. Don't think short term, think long term. Okay? So this is a nugget I'm gonna give you guys. And actually, let me know if I'm going overboard. I'm so excited. I want to drop a lot of value to you guys, but I want you guys to pay attention. Don't write it down. Just first, I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna give it to you guys. Write this down. Enter the no winning zone. Title this. Okay? 70% of what we think about is negative. So if we think 5,000 a day, which makes 3,500 of them will be negative. I don't know if that passed by you guys. I'm gonna say one more time. 70% of what we think about is negative. So if we think 5,000 thoughts a day, 3,500 of them will be negative. So only 1,500 will be positive. and you expect to hit chairman? I hope you guys got that. So only 1,500 of your negative thoughts will be positive, and you expect to hit chairman. No, guys, you guys got to be in an environment. Set the picture, set the goals. Communicate with people who got better goals. The reason why, listen, me and Ashley, I don't benefit in Ashley organization, but we know, we think long term. We know that our mindset is more than just this organization, right? Guys, let me know if I'm dropping, if I'm like dropping some back. This is actually my first call of 2020 and training mindset. So this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning because everything starts in the journey, right? I got 10 more minutes to go. I want to talk about now, real quick, about the spiritual success, real quick, right? And right now, I'm currently reading right now, and I learned this from Nano. Like I said, if you guys need to plug in Nano's Morning Motivation at 9 Eastern Time, I'll be dropping the link. Road to Chairman, and for Ashley, I'll give it to her so you can have for her organization. The book is called Ask and Is Given, Learning How to Manifest Your Desires, guys. This right here, all the things that I'm teaching you guys, this is what I'm learning, right? So this is very, very, I'm talking about emotions right now, right? Check this out. We want you to understand that you do have an absolute control over the set points that you achieve. And we want you to understand the extreme value and liberty achieving your own goals. Because once you expect something, it will come. The details of it may play differently, but the vibrational essence will always be an exact match. Wow. To me, that's telling me, damn, I want to hit P600. I want this, whatever desire you want, guys, that tells me, like, okay, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. Sometimes we want it now. We see all these chairmans popping up, damn, why did they got success that I don't got? Guys, time is timing, right? Rome wasn't built in one day, right? So sometimes whatever power you guys believe, I believe in God, whatever universe you guys call it, the universe will give your desires, but the way He wants it, not the way you want it. So that's very, very, powerful right there. I think I'm going over my time, but guys, I just want to say I'm grateful for this call. And this is just the beginning. Next week, I'm going to talk about more about manifesting, meditating, spiritual. We're going to go into the deep spiritual. So right now, once I master it and I apply, see, I said I'm going to master it and I'm going to apply it to my leaders. I'm going to teach this information, right? And I just want to say I'm grateful. I'm excited. I'm going to pass it to Ashley back. Guys, wow. Drop a 1 if you guys got something out of this. I really want you guys to I hope you guys got something out of it. And apply this, teach it. Guys, I don't believe in ranks. That's bullshit. They say, oh, you gotta be a rank to do a call. I'm gonna be honest about that. You don't need a rank to do a call, to train your team. You just need to have the belief and the courage and the wisdom that you go and lead. That's how you lead millions of people. So with that, guys, I'm gonna bring it back to Ashley. Ashley, I'm gonna be honest, you're a real definition of a real boss lady, an empowerment woman, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful that you invited me to this call. This is the beginning, girl.
For sure. Can you hear me? All right, lit. Okay, so thank you so much, Jonathan, for just sharing this space. And go ahead, drop your Instagram so people can follow you. Guys, so real quick, I'm going to start off by two lessons that I really got to understand on a deeper level within last night and today. So a lot like how Jonathan, what he was saying, if you guys picked up on it, is he's constantly studying chairmans. He's out there like not just sticking to what he knows or what his P2s, P1s, or P150s around him know and above. Like, he's out there studying the chairmans. Yeah, he's out there really trying to pick people's brain. And so I'm like that as well. So I'll go on their Instagram lives. I'll study them. I'll see what they talk about. And if we get a chance to ask questions, like, I never got supported from the help I never asked for. I never got support from the help that I never asked for. You have to go out there and seek. So I got on Cash the Great's Instagram live yesterday, and I got hella nuggets, and I want to share it with you guys. It's two main concepts that have allowed me to have, again, a breakthrough within itself. So guys, understand that if you ever find yourself, and this is still spiritual mindset, topic, but I want you to understand, if you ever find yourself where you're not feeling it, you're not taking action, you're not excited, look, there's the foundation. The first part of that is you got to have a vision and goal, and only you can really do that. Only you can really dig deep. Only you can really get in there and see what it is why you won't quit. Okay, like that's on you. Okay, but there's two things that he said that I really want to and I'm not talking about Cash, I'm talking about Jonathan. He said, this is a journey, and it is. So once you have a vision so damn big, the only you truly know in your heart, whatever that is, what's going to come with the time freedom or financial freedom, that only you and God knows, right? But understand that it's a journey, and there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, and you have to be okay with that. And this goes for any sector in life, right? Like personal development. This network marketing is personal development course in disguise. So once you can really understand that, and you're not just like screaming out chairman, but you have a vision in your heart, you have a vision in your soul, dude, no one can take that away from you, especially when the downs come. So now I'm going to equip you with, what are you going to do with the downs, right? Because I asked Cash the Great this. I said, when do you know when you're pushing your team too much, like you're getting them uncomfortable, or like you're pushing them too much, right? And it's funny because I asked that question, and I think that's a question that I think we need to all ask ourselves, for ourselves, because in order to lead others, we have to lead ourselves, right? So I really got to understanding, or questioning, when am I being complacent with myself? When am I pushing myself? And when am I having grace with myself? Right? You gotta be able to have that discernment. When are you being complacent? When are you pushing yourself to get uncomfortable? And when are you having grace with yourself? Right? And so with that, he really explained, look, there's levels to this, right? There's levels, and I actually really want to share with you guys my whiteboard so you guys could see. And it's so funny because I was talking to Darlene today. Shout out to Darlene. She came and visited me. We stayed 6 feet away, all right? Anyway, so I was telling her about this because she was also on the live, and we were talking about it. And this is what Cash, he literally wrote this out on a whiteboard last night on IG. And I'm like, how funny. Earlier at 1 p.m., someone else was talking about this. The levels of vibration. They're just vibration. Bob Proctor was talking about that. So just understand that there's levels to this, okay? So when it comes to, I'm trying to understand, am I pushing myself? Am I getting uncomfortable? I'm giving it my all. Am I being complacent, or am I giving myself grace, okay? So let's just say your goal, I'm not going to talk about ranks, but let's just say your goal is right here, okay? Sorry, no, not your goal. Sorry, you're right here. This is where you're at right now, okay? And your goal is up here, okay? You have to be spiritually, you're aiming for that, of course. Spiritually, you're knowing, you're working on the affirmations, you're applying everything that Jonathan was talking about. You're listening to the books, you're listening to the audios, your gratitude affirmation, yes, because you're brainwashing yourself into understanding that you're accepting that as a reality, so you can start to vibrate higher, right? But what Cash was saying was, what are you doing, it here, as physically? So if you're right here and your goal's right here, then you need to be making sure at minimum you're doing income producing activity. Let's just say this is chairman, or if you're trying to get a certain body shape, or you're trying to, you know, fitness goal, whatever that is, if you're trying to be in a better relationship with your significant other, you would think like either A, you're gonna have to be doing the physical things at this level at minimum, right? But he says in all reality, what people are missing is that they stay here and they never ever push themselves to do more than what's asked to reach their goal. And he called this microwave leadership, or I call it just this microwave quantum leaping. So if you are right here, like for example, I'm a chairman 10 is like, I can smell it, I can feel it more than ever, right? I'm like, I believe it in my heart and soul. It's different than just writing it down, but really believing in like it's done. Okay, I get like a little feeling in my stomach every time I think about it. It's done, my goal. So I must be like at minimum, like I'm talking about like there's shit happening or whatever, like minimum here of income producing activities every day to get me continue to get me closer. But in all reality, you need to be pushing yourself up here. So it's never right. It's never right here. It's never right here. It's never right here. It's never. It's like more than half or above, right? Because if you do that, the spiritual, you're already like, you're doing chairman things. You're saying chairman. You're doing chairman calls. You're talking to chairman. You're studying the chairman. You're trying to do what the chairmans do. They walk, right? They talk. Then you will start to vibrate higher and higher and higher. But if you're at P6, P150, and you're doing the same thing that got you here, which was like down here to get you up here, what makes you think you're gonna get higher? So with that being said, I also wanna give you guys two main things that you can personally do to make sure that on like a spiritual level, you're not cutting yourself short, that you're not having those limiting beliefs allow you to take over. Because hardships are going to come. There are going to be people that are going to quit. There are going to be people that you thought were like never going to leave. You're going to think you're not going to, whatever. There's so many things. People saying no. Miscommunication with your mentor, miscommunication with your silent upline. Things are just going to come up inside the business. Now, outside the business, like you're human too. And this is huge because Cash was also talking about this yesterday. He said, guys, like, just because he's successful in business and in money doesn't mean he's successful in other areas of his life. Like, you have to understand that success is not just reaching a chairman, it's reaching overall, like, you're thriving and you're growing, but so you can't neglect everything else in your life that are valuable to you because just for your business, right? You can't do that. It's gonna catch up to you. So when things come around, when life is coming to bout, like I'm gonna give you two things that you can personally do to shift. That's what you need. That's what we all need to do. Is we need to get better and getting a habit of shifting, or air thought. Okay, when you have to start becoming, that's why personal development and reading and affirmations, it's not for the gram or it's not for this, it's because when you do things that are making you present of the present moment of what you already have, you start to be optimistic. You start to becoming more aware when you're not feeling gratitude, when you're not feeling this. I remember before I came into network marketing, I felt like I was just going through the motions. I was just kind of like a zombie. I kind of was just going through it. Oh, if this happened, that happened, whatever, right? And all of a sudden, I started to get into personal development and I started to get really aware of like, oh my gosh, I'm spending a lot of time doing this. Why am I feeling like that? Like, just becoming more aware. Guys, drop a 888 if you guys can like vibe with that at all. Like, didn't personal development like, oh, it changes my life? No, it's just, it makes you more aware. It makes you more like, oh shit, I'm a walking miracle. Like, I'm really out here. Like, it just makes you really think, right? So I heard that the other day and I was like, we are walking miracles. So you got to become aware, okay? Like, once you're like Chairman 10, it's done. I already know. So when I start to feel like, okay, I'm not doing my income producing activities. Okay, I gotta like become aware of what's happening. So number one, and Cash also taught me this. It's like I already knew this, but he reminded me of like all this thing that we all already know. We're just each other's mirrors, okay? Like, get to the root cause. That's the first thing you got to do. You got to get to the root cause of what's causing you not taking action. Because if you're not taking action, it's just you're either number one distracted, number two your vision is blurry, like you don't see the end in mind, right? So you got to find the root cause. And you ask yourself questions, right? Like, okay, so what am I feeling? If I had to put like a color to it, if I had to, and I know it sounds weird, but it's a real thing. Associate your emotions as something outside of you, so it doesn't become you. And you're not like, oh, I'm sad, or I'm like, no, it's that's an emotion. It's not really real. Okay, so then what caused that? Because yes, remember about Proctor, it's just your outside sources that you're putting in your mind and your subconscious that manifests into your behavior and your actions, which is your emotions, right? So figure that out. Like, number one, like, you really gotta like be able to ask yourself these critical thinking questions. And guys, he was telling me all this, and he was telling me to do this with my team, but I'm here to tell you, you got to do it with yourself first, because then you'll be able to really do this with other people, right? So figure out that root cause, critical thinking. So are they doing this? Well, when is it? Is it all the time? Pretend like you're your own doctor prescribing yourself something. Okay, is this like how often? Does this happen? Like, has it been like a week? Has it been, okay, a couple of hours? What happened, before that? When was the last time you were doing, like, you just gotta like hyperly like be aware of you. Because what does Bob Proctor say? Figure out where you're at and where you want to go, so then you can see the gap and close it, right? So that's the second thing, or the first thing. And then the second thing is what I do, and it helps me every single time. And the only way it doesn't work is if I don't do it. It works. The only times it doesn't work is when I don't do it. Okay, so it seems silly, but it works. 2550 while reciting my vision and desired emotions and the people that are going to be around. So, like, if I'm feeling like today, I ate a big meal, okay? So I was feeling sluggish, okay? So this doesn't always have to be something like traumatic or, no, it's just, bro, I ate too much and now I can't freaking like be happy and energetic. Like, damn. Okay, so the root cause is, okay, it's I overate. Damn it, Ashley. All right. So I know it's not like, oh, it's because, I need to take a break for a week because I'm not depressed. I'm not anxious. You just ate too much, bro. Like, relax. Root cause. So how am I going to shift? I'm going to jump up and down. I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm a chairman 100. Chairman 100, traveling the world, impacting thousands of people. I have crowds just filled with super inspired people, hopeful people. I'm able to help my mom. My mom is crying every time that I give her money, and she's able to buy whatever she needs. My dad doesn't work. My brother feels so inspired to do the same. And I'm just helping people break through new levels. And I'm just so happy and grateful because happy and new-excited business partners are just joining in and just sharing this in the way. And then I get so lit that I've shifted. It's impossible not to be like, all right, like dead. No, not dead. Alive ass, like, that's it. And like, be aware of your words. I keep saying dead ass. I'm like, no, I can't say that. I'm not dead. I'm alive. Ow! See, look at it. I got over here like training my ligaments and stuff for this. Okay, so that's two things. Okay, so whatever it is, whether it's you overate and your body's gonna feel that. And you're going to feel lazy, but I don't got time to be lazy. I don't got time because my mom's going to be crying one day. She's crying because I'm giving her the money every single month. I can't, dude, there's people waiting out there to have their breakthroughs. I'm walking the stages. They're walking the stages. Like, I'm handing out awards. I have a bunch of chairman 10s. I have like 15 chairman 10s by the end of 2020. It's insane. Like, and it's done. And I feel it and I know it. So understand that I started with the foundation, because if you don't truly believe you're in your vision, like, you're just jumping up and down like an idiot. and then just going back to your mediocre life, mediocre actions. So don't get stuck in then just doing it for the hype, but really like do it like your life depends on it, because it does. So today I almost did not get up, and I used the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I get up. Because Mel Robbins, God bless your soul, like 5-second rule. We don't got time. Oh, we have all the time in the world. No, we don't. It's quarantine. Exactly. Come out better. Right now is the perfect time to learn how to shift. So I really hope you guys got value out of that. Remember that there's levels to this. Know where you're at. Wherever you're at is your journey. Your journey. Don't compare. Don't go left or right. Just, okay, this is my journey. So all I got to worry about is not where he's at or where she's at. It's where am I really going? And am I closing the gap? Am I doing what's possible? Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, why? Well, let's get to the root cause. Okay, critical thinking. Okay, shift. And ask yourself, have that discernment. Ask God, ask the universe for discernment. Like, do I need to like slow down? Am I like, like yesterday I was on my phone nonstop, and my head and I was like, okay, and I threw it. I was like, actually, let go. And I walked outside. I had grace with myself. Like, I was cramming out calls and 3 ways and text messages. So I'm like, okay, grace. But I'm like, texting here and there, going on YouTube, scrolling, like, wow, my eyes hurt. Well, yeah, you've been watching videos all day. Like, no, go 10 new conversations, and then go take a 10-minute break. Go outside. That's pushing myself. Like, yo, get uncomfortable. Come on, let's go. Then there's a complacency of like, I'll do it tomorrow. Chairman 10 is done, bro. Like, it's done. It's done. So, yeah. With that being said, how can I say such a thing? I feel like this is... Yeah. Ashley Guys, I am just so happy and grateful that we got to get on this call. It's Friday night. I hope you guys go out there and crush it. Reach out to your mentors, call your mentors, bug your mentors. Go implement these things. Go get the books, get the audios. Go get some sun. Go get that vitamin D. It's very, very necessary right now. So, all right, guys. Bye. Jonathan, thank you so much again for this opportunity. And we will be posting this on the YouTube very, very soon.